Have you ever met a person who is extremely sad after something bad happens to him or her? They are the sort of people who will yell at someone who works in a stock shop because they didn't know the answer to a question. I bet you have never met a person like Scrooge. Once upon a time, there was a rich man called the Scrooge who was living happily with his wife and his two sons. Scrooge and his wife owns a company and they are famous. Ben was a cheerful and optimistic person in the past. Almost nothing can make him feel sad. Scrooge and his family lived happily until one day his wife and two of his sons died because of a traffic accident. Yes, his family except him are dead. They are very much dead. Scrooge knows it because he has seen the accident clearly in his eyes. The people lying on the street are his wife and two of his sons. His family was dead. After he signed a piece of paper to let the world know that his family was dead, he went back to his home that he and his family used to have fun at. Even his family was dead. He didn't throw their items because keeping the items make him feel that his family is still alive. After this accident, he changed from an optimistic and cheerful person to a greedy, cold and unhappy person. From that time onwards, he was more and more unhappy. He would shout at his subordinates at his company. He would beep his horn loudly when he has to wait for a moment at a red light. He will glare at a baby who cries. He will shout at children who is having fun in the park and are laughing and shouting together. One important thing about Scrooge is that he was very rich. He had so much money that he hates spending any of it. He didn't spend on himself and definitely didn't spend it on others. He would laugh at people who are begging for money. Because he was always cold and unhappy, people behind him called him Sad Scrooge. No one wanted to talk or communicate with Scrooge because of his selfish manners. When he walks in the street, no one was around him for 10 meters distance. Even birds would try to stay away from him, as they knew how selfish and mean and unhappy he was from his face. Scrooge didn't care. He almost liked that wasn't liked. If nobody talked to him, that was a good day. He could be as unhappy and miserable as he wanted to be, and in a strange sort of way. I suppose that makes him happy. At Easter, Scrooge's nephew Fred came to Scrooge's house to visit him. Fred said happily, "Happy Easter, Uncle. How are you?" Scrooge said furiously, "I don't like Easter, and I don't like people wishing me happy. I hate happy." Fred said surprisingly, "Uncle, you can't mean that you don't like Easter. Easter means a new beginning. You should forget bad things that happened in the past and be cheerful and happy." Scrooge said, "Why we should be happy and cheerful? Life is unhappy." Fred said curiously, "You are cheerful and happy in the past. What makes you unhappy?" Scrooge shouted, My wife and my 2 sons are dead. Life is unfair. My wife and sons didn't do anything wrong. Fred was shocked. Sorry, Uncle. I don't know this. Please forgive me, Scrooge said coldly. That is not important. Now please leave my home. I want to calm down. Fred said sadly, Goodbye, Uncle, and Happy Easter. That is my story. Thanks. Thank you for watching.